governor went to a place called Mount Pleasant, Michigan, and he got up to the microphone, the big crowd there, all excited, the new governor, and he said, "It sure is great being here in Mount Pleasant." Yeah, there we go. Oh. and my mother leaned forward and said, "George, it's pleasant, pleasant." He says, "Yes, it sure is pleasant here in Mount Pleasant." So we don't always know where we are. We're not so quick on the uptake either. Right, Jeff, Brad? I call people by the wrong name too, so I call Brad Jeff. So yeah, Brad.
Are you going to get Dobson support? Or
am I going to get Dobson support?
Pure neutrality.
James Dobson is not a fan of my church, as you may know, and so I think it'd be a pretty tough thing for him to endorse me. Although what he did was pretty encouraging. He said he could not vote for McCain, he could not vote for Giuliani, and he could not vote for Thompson. And so he leaves me and Mike Huckabee. Now I think it's hard for him hard for him to close the door on Mike Huckabee. Mike Huckabee again is a Southern Baptist preacher by his past experience. In Iowa, interestingly, Giuliani, McCain, and Thompson have just fallen totally flat. They have not been able to connect with the people there at all. And Huckabee has risen dramatically. He's now number 2 there and rising. And so I think it's going to be hard for Dobson to endorse me. I was surprised and delighted to have Bob Jones University endorse me. He said, when he saw the paper, he said, Romney's religion wrong, but is wrong, but he's the right guy to be president. And I said, fine, whatever it takes, I need your support. Thanks, Brett. Anything, please, yeah. David?
What was your plan to be the president to bring the troops home from Iraq?
How do you bring the troops home from Iraq? Well, let me tell you what my bottom line is on that. I think that success in Iraq, for me, the minimum level of success is this: that we do not allow Iraq to become the way Afghanistan was under the Taliban, which is a sanctuary or a safe haven for Al-Qaeda. Because if Iraq became that kind of place, or even a portion of Iraq became that kind of safe haven, you would have the prospect of the recruiting of terrorists, the training, the financing, because it's a much wealthier nation than Afghanistan, and launches of attacks. So for me, the key is keep it from becoming a safe haven for terror. And I wondered whether we were going to be able to do that or not. But General Petraeus has done remarkable things. And I've spoken with the authors of that plan, the surge plan, and frankly, they're all surprised that it's going as well as it is. And by virtue of our surge, and by virtue of good luck, which is that the Al-Qaeda, I think, overplayed their hand and was so repressive to the Sunnis that the Sunnis have rebelled and are now working with us to get rid of Al-Qaeda. Even among the Shia, there's a reduction of some of the intra-Shia fighting. And so I think we have good prospects that this surge is working. We can start bringing our troops down. And I think you're going to see that through 2008, we'll keep bringing our troops down. We'll be at least 5 brigades in July. The Iraqi military will be able to stand up, and we'll be able to keep bringing our troops down and down and down as they are able to maintain stability of their country. I think frankly, I think the bigger question mark is going to be Afghanistan, because Afghanistan, it's not like Iraq is like a Middle Eastern country with a pretty vibrant economy, buildings, highways, airports. I mean, it's like a country. I went to Afghanistan after being in Iraq, and my jaw just drops. It's like going back. I mean, Ann said to me, she called and she said, "Have you gotten used to I think it's 11.5-hour time zone change?" And I said, the 11.5 hours isn't bad. It's the 800 years I'm finding hard. It's really a very primitive society, and how in a primitive society you're able to maintain order and security is a real question mark, and going to be hard for us. So, but there's no question, we're going to get our troops home. I think we're going to probably have them on the border, perhaps at Kuwait or Qatar, or other permanent bases to make sure that Al-Qaeda doesn't successfully jump in and take over again. And of course, part of that is our fault. We didn't have Al-Qaeda there in any significant numbers until the conflict was going on. We didn't do a very good job in sealing down the country after we took out Saddam Hussein. Thank you. I'll take one more, and then I feel like I let you go.
Has McCain-Feingold contributed to the push polling problem that we're seeing now, in your opinion?
The McCain-Feingold bill, as you may know, Senator McCain put in place fought for a campaign finance program, which limits the amount people can contribute. And the result of that is that I can't get more money from you than I'd like to. Can you imagine only being able to get $2,000 from John Miller? I mean, it's that would be crazy. It's hard. And the result of that has been that people of substantial means have said, I'm going to go take $5 or $10 million, and I'm going to create a committee, and they're known by different numbers, 527s and 501c4s. If you form a 501c4, you can contribute money, you can solicit money. You don't have to put your name in there, what your affiliation is with any other group, and you can run ads. You can do whatever you want. And I don't know what we're going to find from these push polls from Iowa and New Hampshire. My guess is they're not going to have been paid for by a campaign. It will have come from one of these other kinds of groups. We won't know who's behind it because it won't be public. And that's my guess. And therefore, in a if you will cushion shot kind of way, the capping of the kind of contributions people make has created a boom in these 527s and 501c3s or C4s, and that's creates some of the kind of politics you're seeing, I think, in the process today. You guys, I want to say thanks to you. I know there are a few more questions. I'll try and say hi to each of you. I know you want to go out skiing in the beautiful snow out there. You're great to be here. I really appreciate your help. And please eat some more food. Make sure it's all gone. I'm leaving to go to Las Vegas in just a few minutes, so I can't eat any of that. I don't want Sean to take it back home. He won't know what to do with it. So please have some food. Thank you so much for your friendship, your help. I have really imposed on friends. No one has done this more than I. And I owe deeply. I'm hoping that about a year from now, you'll all be in Washington celebrating the inauguration.
Here, here.
Yeah.
And if not, I'll be here celebrating as well. So thank you so much. Thank you.